C by the Lumineers is going to be tuned down 1.5 steps, which is kind of frustrating, but if you want to play it and sound just like the chord voicings as the Lumineers are playing it, you will have to detune your guitar. Your 6th string gets tuned down to a C sharp. Your 5th string gets tuned down to an F sharp. Your 4th string gets tuned down to a B. Your 3rd string gets tuned down to an E. Your 2nd string gets tuned down to a G sharp. And your 1st string gets tuned down to a C sharp. If for some reason you don't want to detune your guitar, because I know that's a hassle, in theory you could capo on the 9th fret of the guitar, and because this lowest note right now in real terms is a C sharp, right there on the 9th fret is where a C sharp usually is in standard tuning, so you could capo there and play these same shapes out of E minor, and it would be the same chord progression, but you would just be playing it an octave higher than what it is actually being played on the Lumineers recording. So do whichever you want. The intro of the song is going to actually begin with the rhythm. The rhythm being played over muted strings, where you just lay your fingers across the guitar and strum the muted strings. The rhythm is 16th notes. Those are counted 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, and it's just downs and ups. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And you can hear me putting accents on the 2s and the 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is happening in the chords, those same accents. So the intro starts with just that little rhythmic feel, and then that rhythm and those accents remain consistent through the entire song. The first chord is going to be in E minor. You'll have an open 6th string, you'll have your 2nd finger on the 5th string 2 fret, your ring finger on the 4th string 2 fret, everything else open, 16th strumming across the E minor. It moves then, it holds that for 2 measures, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. That's 2 full measures. Then it goes to a C major chord. The C major will be ring finger to the 6th string 3 fret, pinky finger to the 5th string 3 fret, 2nd finger to the 4th string 2 fret, open 3 string, 1st finger to the 2 string 1 fret, open 1 string. Same strumming pattern for 2 measures. Then it repeats back to the E minor for 2 measures, back to the C for 2 measures, and the last round of the verse you'll go up to an A chord. The way that you're going to make that A chord is I just bar with my 1st finger across strings 4, 3, and 2 on the 2nd fret, and you'll have an open 5 string, completing that rhythm of 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, the same 16th notes rhythm before returning back to the C, and then terminating back into the E minor for the end of the verse. For our chorus, it's the exact same chords, but they come in a bit different pacing. So the chorus chords is going to be an E minor, a C, and A, back to the E minor. But the E minor and the C are only going to be held for 1 measure for the chorus, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, then to the C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the A, which will be held for 2 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, back to the E minor, 4 to the C, 2, 3, 4 to the A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Last time through the chorus, it goes back to the C, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, before going back to the E minor for more of the intro rhythm of 2 measures each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4 to the C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and repeats like that through another verse and into another chorus. So those are the chords and the progressions to Salt in the Sea by the Lumineers. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.